Hello and welcome back to Beardo Plays Stellaris Synthetic Dawn. And so I'm picking up exactly where we left off last time. I'll go ahead and unpause the game. So to recap, we have our assimilators here. I'm going to go ahead and check on the status of our science ship because it has been a second since I last played. Go ahead and we're all set there. Okay, so the
anomalous surface variable detected.
Okay, 40%, too much to risk for now. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it be, and we'll come back to it once our scientists have leveled up a little bit. So let's see here. Anything good? We're looking for signs or something that we can actually land on that has some good mineral content. Most planets that we're finding are just eaten up with electric credits, energy credits, but no minerals, and that's what we are really hurting for right now. Energy credits, we got those all day long. We can find those anywhere. In fact, our main planet here has a lot of energy production ability. Now I'm going to go ahead and upgrade here. Let's see, it's already a science lab. I'm going to go ahead and make a physics lab, so that'll double the physics research we're getting while not hurting any of the rest of it. And we're getting a lot of our minerals just from those two places. Go ahead and build another, and then actually have to build a pop there. And here, as soon as we get it, I want to put a
system survey complete.
Mining silo, just so that we can, increase our stockpile. So we're done here. The system is been checked out, and there's absolutely nothing worth anything there. So let's go ahead and we'll survey the system, which is next. And maybe we'll get lucky, because I would like nothing more than to build a colony ship and go find a place that's worthwhile. Now we do have this down here, this planet here, which only has this one mineral deposit, and and this one here, but we can't get to him just yet. And this guy here, which is a 1. So, really, I mean, you have access to 3 total. That's not really worth dropping, 350 minerals on a colony ship just to get 3 minerals extra per turn. It just doesn't make sense right now. So, and the physics research, I'm not so much worried about. It's still really early game. We haven't found anybody else, so it's not really a huge concern. Again, don't have to worry about food because we're cyborgs. We don't eat. So, no big deal there. We'll go ahead and speed up the game a little bit. Sorry about that, I was getting a little bit parched. Okay, so still nothing. And the science ship is doing its thing. Nothing
Technological
there.
acquisition successful.
Okay, so we learned something. So let's see what we got here. Improved spaceport 2, always good. We can get level 3. I'll get the mineral storage. because I got a feeling that's going to be our main resource in this playthrough. Alright, and we have 2 minerals there. I have no problem whatsoever dropping
Construction complete.
90 minerals on a mining station, but it's not within our borders, so we can't do it anyway. Alright, so now we're faced with a conundrum.
System survey complete.
And that conundrum being, do we go through the expense of building a frontier outpost out here just to get minerals, or do we just kind of wait and see, wait until our influence expands our territory so that we can then build mining facilities and whatnot there? It's kind of a double-edged sword if you really think about it. Going ahead and building the frontier, yes, you have access to it, plus you have the protection abilities that come with it. However, you have the overhead of building that frontier base, so kind of give it a second and we'll think on it, see what our other prospects end up being here in the nearby. Actually, instead of sending him up there, I want to send him down here because that is in our space and I'd like to see what's there. So once again, we'll speed it up a little bit.
Construction complete.
And if we're lucky, then we will get... Oh, it's going to be a black hole. There's only one body in it. Alright, our scientists all gained a skill up. Good for them. And here we are. And nothing on that little planetoid.
System survey complete.
Some physics research at the black hole. Okay. Now these two worlds, this black hole that we just saw, and this world here, Karathor, they seem to be where one of the places we would want to bottleneck. It'll restrict movement going inward on the arm, I believe. Yes, inward on the arm. So if we set up our places, a place here and a place here, then we would be able to restrict, or at least have an early warning on who would be coming through. So that's another something I would definitely think about. We could go ahead and set something up here, like a defense satellite or a minefield or both, at the ingress jump point of the hyperspace lane. This one we'll have to see. I mean, we'll have to wait anyway. And while we're here, let's go ahead and spend our unity points. Ship build speed up. Seed planet and army damage increase. I'm going to go with... We'll go with the naval capacity.
Situation log adjusted.
Right now. We got that. Now, what was in our situation log that I clicked out of? We have recent... one thing at a time, people. We have recovered artifacts from the Cybrex on Cathor 2. They were a linked machine consciousness that controlled this portion of the galaxy some 600,000 years ago. Their origins and exact nature are shrouded in mystery, but it is known that they launched a crusade against all sapient organic life that lasted centuries and left trillions dead. If we can find enough relics from their civilization, it may be possible to pinpoint the location of their homeworld. So, just a situation log of finding 6 Cybrex artifacts. Okay. And then contact report remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence. Reads a popular Newsnet post on Synthon. The people of the Tebrid Absorbers, which is us, apparently find some humor in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equals from their stars continue to elude us. Science Officer Sofont A75's report on the traces found on Carathor 2 seemingly only adds an iconic twist to the situation. Alright.
Construction complete.
Thank you. Just telling us that population grew.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
In credits at an alarming rate. Last month's budget report makes for some grim reading.
Technological acquisition successful.
Thank you. Okay, so we have level 2 anomaly. Signs by an ancient precursor civilization. We have to go ahead.
System survey complete.
I mean, we don't really have a choice in that matter. I believe this is all, yes, this is all out of our area. So, army upkeep, navy capacity. I will take
technological acquisition successful.
Capacity, and then I will take deflectors, fusion reactor, and blue lasers. I'm going to take the fusion power, and the reason for taking the power over the guns is if you don't have the power, then the guns aren't going to work anyway. So go ahead and take the upgraded ship power, research that. And this here is a Cybrex listening post. 47-7-1 is in fact an artificially constructed object, carefully concealed with a thin layer of rock to make it appear as an asteroid. The hollow interior houses an ancient Cybrex listening post, which was used to spy on space traffic within the system. It has long since ceased functioning.
Situation log adjusted.
So I'm assuming that's one of our artifacts that we were supposed to find. Let's make sure. No? Just wants us to research. We have to have a scientist with a skill of 3 or higher to research it, so we're going to have to come back. So with this, I'm going to work my way up to this point here, and these points here. I'm always kind of thinking security in the back of my head. We want to know where our enemy is coming from when they do decide to come for us, and to do that you have to have control of, or at least eyes on, the road, so to speak. You have to know where they are coming in at. So we'll go ahead and start our researching going that way, or our surveying. Our construction ship is still not quite able to reach anything of any significance, so we'll go ahead and speed up some more. Right after, I want to take a quick check of the planet here. So we're getting those minerals.
Technological acquisition successful.
And we have just learned the mineral storage capacity and the new mining network. So let's go with engineering. And we will ahead and upgrade our mines. And right here, we will
Anomalous surface variable detected.
We will build a... it won't let us... We have negative income. Interesting. Won't let us build a mining silo there for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Ancient precursor civilization. Go ahead and research it. And our governor, Sofant B05, has developed new skills. Let's see what they've got. Rigid programming and flexible programming. So, how can you have both? So, leader experience gain plus 25, leader experience gain minus 25. So, that's a null then. That's a wash. That's not something to boast about. You just nulled the one thing that made you good out. Organic remains. The ancient frozen remains of almost 1,000 aliens have been found in the vicinity of Riblor 1. They come from over a dozen different species, and preliminary dating puts the corpses at roughly 600,000 years old, around the same time as the Cybrex machine consciousness ravaged this part of the galaxy. Very interesting.
Situation log adjusted.
Interesting. And we need a scientist of 5 or higher to research that one.
System survey complete.
And that finishes off that survey. He should go ahead. Yeah, he'll go ahead up here and start surveying that. Okay, so now let's see if we can figure out... I'm not exactly sure. Oh, Society Research Unit Sofant M3N has ceased functioning. It has been noted that the liquid compound Sofant M3N was experimenting on needs to be tightly temperature controlled, as its fumes are aggressively corrosive. Well, that's not awesome. So we lost a scientist here.
System survey complete.
So we'll go ahead and pause while I figure out who the next one's going to be. This is the Society scientist. So we need somebody who could do something with Society. Now this one has a +5 research speed, but it's a physics. And it's also a triac. Although two of these are industrial. I have another industrial here, so Society is really not that big of a deal, so here's what I want to do. I want to put her here. And I want to put... him here? No. I will figure this out. Okay, so this guy Needs to be him. Yeah. Okay. Whew, got that figured out. Alright, so that gives a +7, a +19 to speed, and a +4. I need to replace him with a, well, the physics. See, that's not right. Okay, so physics needs to be this guy. Or society needs to be that guy. This one needs to be physics. There we go. Now I've got it figured out. Okay, so that jumped that to +7. That's now a +4. Because society really don't care that much about. And you know, I'm more worried about getting our ships outfitted and up to spec, and the engineering and whatnot, the building improvements done. So now we are in a deficit of 0.35 for the energy credits, so we need to go ahead and expand on that. Build another power plant along with a pop for it, and build another one here. And that way we can get all that done. Now there's an uplink node I can put here, but I really wanted to put a mineral silo there because it has adjacent, you know, some adjacent mines here, but for some reason it's not even showing up, so not sure on that. We have no need for food at all. Nobody's using it. And we have an excess of minerals, but not so much the energy, so I may end up having to just bite the bullet and go ahead and grab that that one planet down there that had some okay energy on it. Go ahead and get rid of those. And unpause. Okay. Speed it up a little bit. And let's see. What else can we do real quick? Let's tell you what, let's go ahead. Let's get our construction ship, or our colony ship, sorry. Let's go ahead and get that cooking.
Technological acquisition successful.
As well as the level 2 space station. Let's see what we've learned. The Navy capacity. This will increase repair speed and reduce upkeep a little bit. Every credit of energy counts, so let's go ahead and get that going, and we'll build it as soon as it's done. And this is, you know, this is the thing with the beginning of any Stellaris playthrough. It gets kind of boring, you know, or not so much boring as slow, especially to watch. And I thought from the beginning that this game would be rather hard to let's play, just because of keeping your interest and whatnot, especially in the early game. In the later game, it's not such a big deal.
Technological acquisition successful.
Now let's go ahead and check out that planet. We'll take our colony ship and colonize that planet. We will put you... let's put you right smack dab on some good science.
Technological acquisition successful.
Comet sighted. Planet-side Tebrids. Units on Synthon report the sighting of a small Small icy solar system body exhibiting outgassing at 2 hours 54 minutes 8 seconds right ascension, 10.3 degrees declination. The distance of the body has been triangulated at roughly 3.75 astronomical units to the sun, and the size and visibility of the body's coma have been classified as noteworthy. The body's dimensions are calculated to be approximately 5 by 10 by 6 kilometers. The sighting event concluded without incident. Received. And our colony ship is on its way. We just learned fusion power. We'll go ahead and get the solar panel network.
Construction complete.
And we will get the mineral storage capacity plus 3,000, level 3. Actually, that's destroyers. So, unlocks the destroyers, unlocks
Planetary
the level
alert.
3.
Tile blocker expunged.
The level 3 space station. This guy talks
Congratulations
really loud.
on having colonized a new world. Our
Yeah, thanks. Go away. The ship successfully followed its program path and made planetfall on Ozia Prime. Thousands of work units have emerged from the vessel's massive cargo bays to construct an initial deployment post from which the settlement can expand. Efforts to systematically catalog and designate surface resource deposits are ongoing, and all aggressive wildlife in the area surrounding the initial landing site have been pacified, which is a $5 word for we killed them all. We are now ready to begin mass production of additional Tebrid population units on the planet, and as resources allow, our first colony is a success. A great day for the Tebrid absorbers. Alright, so not quite sure why that popped up. We're not quite there. Now, the bad thing about this is it's going to tax our coffers here of energy credits a lot harder, and for the next 55 months while that post is set up. So we do need a shot in the arm of credits. Now I can build the Corvette assembly yards, which will build Corvettes faster by a third, which is good and all, but I have no real need at the moment. Let's see if we can improve our energy at all. And it doesn't really look like it. Not on this planet, anyway. Go ahead and build an uplink node here. And with these guys, I mean, I know we can purge them. This pop needs 0.5 units of consumer goods every month at least a cost of 0.25. Mineral drone plus 0.5. Okay. And for rapid breeders, I don't see them like churning
Construction
out.
complete.
I don't see any kids popping out like jackrabbits like you'd expect. Selective devastation. That's for the seeding. Modular hull templates. That's always a good one. I already got that. Electronic warfare. Army damage increased by 25%. I do like that. Huh.
Construction complete.
I Thinking we may want to go with the expansion now. Since that's what we're going to need to do to be able to keep this empire of ours afloat. Especially with electronic or electric credits, energy credits, whatever you want to call them. The solar panel network 6 months out, which I can make super quick as we're on the fastest speed. And while we wait for that, I will go ahead. We'll pause the game here and end this whole very boring session that doesn't seem to have done anything other than we did achieve a little bit. We spread to another planet, and we are working our way through trying to find all the places that we're going to have to send our scientists back to research about the previous robot species that was here. So, maybe our ancestors, maybe somebody came, one of these Tebra guys came across, or Triac people came across some of the remnants of that civilization, and that's where we came from. Who knows? So, anyway, I'll pause it here and get this going, and we shall pick up here next time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.